I want the whitest white people you got. I was like, what kind of white are you? They were like, French, Belgian, German. I'm like, this good white right here. I want. So early on, black rooms were harder for me.
They told me after 40, the window for having a baby was closed. So obviously the legs were open. And this lady left the show, complained to the club, wrote about me on Yelp.
I looked at the roster. I said, baby, is this your name or your mama computer password? Are there any topics, because you are African Americans, that you stay away from?
I call AT&T like, this white iPhone getting real comfortable. I don't know. As a comedian, I can't say anything for no reason.
It was some BS, man. They pulled me over because I was fucking black. Anytime I can wake up and do what I love, I feel successful.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Of the Comics. Please put your hands together for your producer and host, Miss Angel. Yay!
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Comics. I'm your host, Angel Gaines, and tonight we are going to be celebrating the African American experience through comedy. Yes. For those of you who don't know, I'm an elementary school teacher. Now, I can say this. My least favorite thing about teaching, kids' names. Millennials go too far, y'all. They trying to be extra creative, the most original. Why y'all don't name y'all kids Scott no more? I got a little boy in my classroom named Sapphire Moon. Yes, because his mama all esoterical, energy crystals, vegan, astrology, and all of that. He gonna come up to me and talk about, oh, sorry, Miss Gaines, I don't have my homework because Mercury in retrograde. I said, little boy, let me tell you something. Come here. Don't talk like that on the yard. Them bullies coming for you. You understand? I can't protect you with this language. You know what I mean? It's too far. Yeah, and then I got this one little girl named Shandwella. It's a beautiful name, but it's the way the parents, millennials, want to spell it. Follow me. Her mama spell it capital S-H-A hyphen, capital D-W @ I-L apostrophe A-H. Yes. I looked at the roster. I said, baby, is this your name or your mama computer password? Because I'm not going to memorize this by June is what I'm saying, you know. And, you know, I don't have any problems with the kids' names, and some of them are well-behaved, you know. Shandwella, she's the cutest little white girl in the class. It's just that, you know, sometimes it's hard for teachers to kind of like, you know, memorize these names. And then Shandwella and Sapphire Moon parent gonna have the audacity to report me to the principal. Talk about, Miss Gaines don't ever pick our kid to be student of the month. I'm like, no, I'm never picking your kid to be student of the month. Who you think got that kind of time to try to put all these characters on a trophy? That's why my student of the month ceremony look like this every time. It's like this. Hello, parents. Thank you for coming to Miss Gaines' student of the month ceremonies. And for the 6th consecutive time, let's welcome Tim. Yeah, I got to keep it easy for me. I can say this, too. Growing up in the South, you know, it's a lot of pressure to be a black woman and you can't cook. I don't know why. You know, y'all know how we do. And, you know, they don't want me to bring nothing to the Thanksgiving dinner. They don't, you know, what do you think I'm going to put raisins in the potato salad? I'm not that. You know, I know how to buy potato salad at Costco and bring it to the... I know how to do that. Don't think I'm put raisins in. I know better, but I just feel so much pressure in the black community to be a good cook. And I said, okay, I'm going to learn to cook during the pandemic. And I set my sights a little too high, y'all. I tried to make live crab. I thought live crab meant that the crab was like snow, Alaskan. I thought it was a type of crab. I didn't know that live meant alive. There's a difference. All I had to do was put this crab in the pot. Y'all, I did the worst thing you could do. I gave him eye contact. Don't ever give your food eye contact. So needless to say, Sebastian is alive and well. Yes, he's in a little, aquarium, and I give him plankton, and he play with the little rocks. He's so cute. And I always give a shout out to Delta Airlines for allowing me to bring my support crab, because it's, Y'all ready to have a good show? Make some noise. All right. Please welcome Darius Bennett.
Yeah, what up, dog? How we doing? What up, dog? Oh, man, y'all drinking? Good. Get drunk if you can handle yourself. It's tough for me. I got DUIs. Anybody else got one? Yeah? All right. I hope you learned your lesson. I didn't. I got 2 of them. Yeah, I got 2 of them. It was some BS, man. They pulled me over because I was fucking black. I was swerving too, though. That's why they pulled me over. I thought I was doing the right thing because every time I swerve, I would put the turn signal on. It looked like I was changing lanes. But it didn't work because I was the only one on the road. It was 3 in the morning. And I had to do that sobriety test. You got to walk the line. So when I walked it, I had both my arms out, so he didn't know I had one of them leaning up against the car, trying to keep my balance. He was like, "You can't use my car." I was like, "Well, I'm drunk, man, so you got to help me." Okay? I can't do no magic tricks, man. I was safer driving. I wasn't going to hit nothing. I'm about to fall now. This is the dangerous shit right here. You putting me in danger because I'm drunk. Anybody married? Yeah. Congrats. You happy? Yeah, I got married. I got married during the pandemic. It was the end of the world. Fuck it. I mean, all the hoes was dying. I had to do something. I didn't want to be in the house by myself. We kept it funky though. We kept spicing things up. I learned though. We role played so much that we had a real baby. I got a daughter, man. It's a great thing, man. I was a wild boy back in the day. My wife is like half Jamaican and half Jewish. And it's like, she liked to celebrate Jewish stuff. It's confusing, because like, we would celebrate Passover, and then she'd want to wake me up to go to church on Easter. I'm like, baby, you got to pick a side, baby. You can't kill Jesus and be happy he woke up on Sunday. You got I still smell the quiche on your breath. You got to figure out what you want to do. You straddling the fence. Pick. You celebrating Hanukkah. You ain't getting nothing for Christmas, too. I used to date a lot of white women growing up because that's who liked me. My number one choice is always the sisters, but I wasn't always the sister's number one choice. I was raised in the church, so my approach is very nice and respectful. I'm like, I found you very attractive. I want to take you out. Let's kick it. And they all be like, you cool, but I look at you like a friend. I'm like, oh, well, these white girls trying to fuck, so. See you later, buddy. And they get mad when they see me with the white girl. Like, what you doing with that white bitch? Like, I just tried to holler at you and all your friends last week, and everybody said no. Why did it take a white woman for you to realize there was a king in front of you? I didn't want to be with her. I wanted to cheat on you. This has been fun. You ever heard of a donkey punch? You ever heard of a donkey punch, ma'am? No? So, I got a theory about this. It's like, so it's in the Urban Dictionary, but what it is when a guy, he's inside of his lady's asshole, and right before he reaches climax, he punches her in the back of the head so her asshole clenches up and he can get a stronger orgasm. It's called a donkey punch. It's in the Urban Dictionary. Read it. People do this to other people. It's crazy. But I feel like that's a move that you have to be married at least 25 years to do. 5 is too early. It can't be no regular relationship. Even if you've been dating somebody for 10 years, you got to have been married for 25 years. Y'all have experienced all the heartache, and you damn near hate each other, and you went to, and you've tried everything to keep your marriage alive, and this is the last thing that's left. You tried God, you tried therapy, you tried threesomes, you tried all that stuff, and this is the last thing. And if you can get past it, and it has to be 25, because when you think about it, like that's damn near, you can probably get 25 to life if you do that to a person. I feel like that's really a jail move anyways. You get inside somebody's asshole, you about to come, shut the fuck up, you know, bitch your ass up. That's like, this is my theory of donkey punch. All right, well, happy Black History Month. My name is Darius Bennett, and you all have been great. Thank you very much.
We learn something new every day, don't we? This is just amazing. One more time for Darius Bennett, y'all. Our next performer is from Denver by way of Los Angeles. Please give a rousing applause for Janae Burris.
Thanks. Oh, thanks. Come on. Y'all are so stupid. How are we supposed to, I'm supposed to do dirty jokes in front of my family like that? That's scandalous. First of all, let me wipe off the mic after Darius. That was too dirty. Ain't nobody talking about, did you ask my mom about donkey punches? That's disgusting. Who was he asking out here? Hi, I'm Janae Burris. Thanks for coming out, supporting live comedy. It's good to see you all. Happy New Year. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired. I just had a baby. Recently had a baby. No, hold your applause. You don't know my life. You don't know. You don't know if I'm doing it right at all. I just had a baby. Having a baby in 2022 was the M. Night Shyamalan plot twist of my life. I did not see that coming. I didn't see it coming. I have a baby. He's lovely. I gained about 60 pounds when I was pregnant. 60 pounds. I was expecting a 53-pound baby. Didn't happen like that. He came out 7 pounds, 12 ounces. Where's the rest? Reach in there. Find the rest of this baby. Where's the rest of my baby? I'm mostly telling people I had a baby for pure vanity, so you know this is not my regular body, okay? This is not my regular body. I can pull it together, all right? Matter of fact, if you was on Bumble 2 summers ago in the Denver or LA area, between the ages of 33 and 53, you know what's up, all right? Release the DMs. Show them them pictures I told you not to show nobody. Yeah, I had a baby. I was out in them streets, y'all, if I could be honest with you. I was out in them streets. I was having a good time, y'all. I was having a good time. They told me after 40, the window for having a baby was closed, so obviously the legs were open. Got a little caught up out there. My sister, the nurse, told me that pregnancy is a side effect of the COVID vaccine. What? She's a real nurse in Fresno, but a real nurse nonetheless. She said pregnancy is a side effect of the COVID vaccine. I said, no, pregnancy is a side effect of not pulling out. Pull out, everybody. Don't be so lazy. Get up. Go to the bathroom. Shake it out, all right? Don't fall asleep. Don't be like me. Oh, man. Don't have any babies with anybody you love. Can I just recommend that? Don't have a baby with somebody you love, okay? Because you won't love them after that. It's hard to love a person after you have a baby with them. My boyfriend was like smart and sexy and charming and fun, the most fun. And then we had a baby together. Now I can't stand him, all right? I can't stand him. Now after we had a baby, I'm just like, did you always smell like that? Did you always? Did you always chew with your mouth open like that? Did you always sleep with your mouth open? Did you always breathe? Like, always? I never noticed until we had a baby, right? He's complaining about his dad bod all the time. His poor dad bod. Oh, your six-pack is a little less defined. Poor you and your dad bod. I would kill for a dad bod. I would love to have a dad bod. Have you seen a mom bod before? You ever seen a mom bod? A mom bod is stomach skin that looks like balls. It's a mom bod. Hemorrhoids the size of chicken eggs. It's a mom bod. Carpal tunnel in my masturbating hand. That's a mom bod. It sucks. Sucks a lot. I kill for that. He can't work out so much. You know, his knees are hurting as a dad. Poor you, Dad. I'll see your knees. I'll raise you 1 foot bigger than the other. So I can't wear my nice shoes anymore. Bald spots in my pubic hair. And carpal tunnel in my masturbating hand. Good thing I no longer have the will to pleasure myself. I'm a mom now. That's how it goes. People kept asking me, were you planning on getting pregnant? Was I planning on getting pregnant? Was I 41? Unemployed? Unmarried, on Medicaid, driving a 2006 Toyota Corolla, still paying off student loans from 20 years ago and planning on getting pregnant? Yeah, bitch, that was my plan. All right, I'm Janae Burris. Thanks so much for coming out. Happy birthday, Chris!
One more time for Janae Burris! So much fun. This next comic is out of Chicago, super hilarious. Please welcome Calvin Evans!
Did y'all know this? Did y'all know that Ray Charles had 12 kids? I'm not making this up. Stevie Wonder, 10 kids. I'm not making this up. If you blind, could play a piano and sing, you fucking. You blind, play a piano, and whatever this shit is, when like that. I found out, I was like, man, there's some cool shit. And I thought about it. I was like, no, it's not. You blind, you can't fact check them kids. You blind, somebody come to you and be like, you got a baby on the way. You like, okay. What they look like? They look like you. Cool. No, the fuck it's not. You don't even know what you look like. What are you talking about? Stevie Wonder, first daughter was born. He wrote the song, Isn't She Lovely? I remember that song, Isn't She Lovely? I think he was just asking questions. Is she lovely? Is she wonderful? Is that my fucking baby? I can't see shit. My little brother gay. I ain't got no segue for this joke. I tell my guy friends my little brother gay. They like, oh, that's fucked up. I'm like, no, it's not fucked up, my little brother gay. It'd be fucked up if he was a serial killer, though. They be like, how your little brother doing? I'm like, man, he out here killing people. But other than that, he's still going to church. Only problem I got with my little brother being gay is that we know he gay. He hasn't said he gay yet. He a horrible actor. Horrible. It's like a Tyler Perry movie. The script not good. He won't commit to none of the characters. I'm feeding him lines. I'm like, you mean? He like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's getting to the point I'm so frustrated, I just want to throw him a surprise coming out party. He walk in, we like, surprise! He like, what happened? I'm like, you gay? He like, I'm gay? I'm like, you said it. That's all we wanted, man. Go ahead. Get out of here. I love you. Get out of here. I feel like cell phones, the only thing counterfighting racism. If you ever type the N-word into your cell phone, it changed the word immediately. As soon as you type it, the phone be like, night, don't do that. You better than this. But if you type it enough times in your phone, it become a part of the phone lexicon. One time I went to go write good night. The phone was like, good nigga. I was like, what the fuck? I called AT&T like, this white iPhone getting real comfortable. I don't know who in charge of this terms and conditions, but I can't. A little bit about myself. I graduated from the University of Illinois. I got a degree in sport management. Y'all don't have to clap. So a lot of times, no, don't clap. I don't like fake shit. So a lot of times, people they say, we know you're a comedian by night, but what do you do during the daytime? My actual day job is I'm an account manager. I manage 3 accounts on my job: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. That's what I do. I ain't got no job. Sit at home and watch TV all day. One of my favorite movies I watch all the time is that movie Taken. Y'all remember Taken? The first one was the best one. Second one, third one, I ain't watched. Too many people was getting took. But that first one, it got us because he had that cool-ass movie line. Remember? He got on the phone, he was like, I don't know what you want. If it's money, I don't have it. But what I do have is a special set of skills that I've acquired over a long campaign, and if you don't return my daughter, I will find and kill you. That's some cool shit to say to somebody on the phone in another country. You don't even know if they speak English or not. They could have picked the phone up like baklava and hung up. He would have been like, my daughter! No! That movie would have been over fast as shit. But he knew what he was saying was going to cut through any language barrier. And I used that exact same movie line. When bill collectors called my house. They called my house, Mr. Evans, we haven't received payment of your student loans in some time. We were just wondering when exactly can we expect payment. I'll be on the phone like, I don't know what you want. If it's money, I don't have it. I'm fucking with y'all. Don't try that at home. Don't. You guys have been great. I'm Calvin Evans. Thank you.
One more time for Calvin Evans. Please welcome the hilarious Alonzo Bodden.
Thank you guys for hanging in there. How you doing? You good? Yeah. All right. Exactly. That's just how I feel now, man. I've reached an age where that's a suitable answer for questions. People ask me some stupid shit, I'm just like, And then I walk away. I have no more to say. I'm just tired. Stupid is wearing me down, man. Stupid don't get tired. You know what I mean? Like, it's a constant battle. I work at Ralph's. I don't actually work at Ralph's, I shop at Ralph's, but since they've laid off all of their employees, you walk into Ralph's, you're kind of on your own. I knew it. The tipping point was when I asked for a price check and another customer gave it to me. I was just standing there wondering, like, man, I wonder how much this toothpaste is. And some dude yelled, $2.89. I was like, I'll be damned. So I'm checking out, and you know how it is. They have all the self-service machines, right? And that's the only, like, they have like one employee, one guy work. He's the only guy who works in the store, and his only job is to make sure you don't steal the plastic bags, right? He's just watching you. Like, you could shoplift the entire store, but you reach for one extra plastic bag. He's like, hey. You press 1, you get 1, you know. So I needed some cash, right? So I check out with my debit card, and then the machine didn't have any cash. I look right at the guy and say, hey, man, do you have change of a 20? And he said, do you need lottery tickets? And I said, no, I'm making a left turn. Because if we just going to answer random questions, you know, if I can look at you with a direct question and you just say whatever the hell comes in your head, I didn't know those were the rules. It's a constant barrage of stupidity. Listen, I know my job. I'm a comic. I've been a comic a long time. I love my job. My job as a comic is to somehow create a reality funnier than the one we live in. And that's impossible. Every time I write a joke, I look at the news, I'm like, damn, you win again. You fuckers are good. Right? Kanye West. See, a lot of you just filled in your own joke. You were just looking at me like, "No, we'll take it from here." People got mad at Kanye over the blacks and Jews thing, which I don't understand, because I had given up on Kanye a long time ago. Listen, when Kanye said that slavery was a choice, I was like, okay, we're done. But he trying to get blacks and Jews to fight. How are blacks and Jews gonna fight? Let me tell you something. I grew up in New York, all right? I grew up in a black neighborhood. I was bused to white schools. I've been around Jewish people all my life. There's no two groups that have more shit in common than blacks and Jews, right? Cadillacs. We the only people left buying Cadillacs. Nobody else driving Cadillacs, right? Chicken, they put it in soup, we fry it, same bird. Right? My favorite dumb stereotype about Jewish people, oh, you know, Jewish people love a bargain. I'm like, who the hell don't? Who's out here trying to pay full price for shit? They get a bargain, we get a bargain. We just do it different. They got a brother-in-law, we know a brother. Either way, you ain't paying tax, all right? My favorite conspiracy theory, Donald Trump said that they were being racist with the vaccine, that white people couldn't get the vaccine. And I was like, I don't know what world you living in, because I went to a white neighborhood to get the vaccine. I want to make sure I'm getting the good shit. You know how they do, black people. I ain't fucking around. I went down to Orange County. I got in line behind white people, and I want my white people white. You understand? I don't want none of that vague Armenian Greek bullshit. I want the whitest white people you got. I was like, what kind of white are you? They were like, French, Belgian, German. I'm like, this good white right here. I want they shit. Got me 2 shots of Pfizer with a Moderna chaser. Fuck around no black neighborhood, get some bootleg Johnson & Johnson shit. All right? Shit ain't even cold. It's just like, oh, we had to finish this batch. Fuck you, no. I want the good shit. It's amazing. We've completely lost our minds as a country. We've surrendered to stupid, you know? Things that used to mean something don't mean something. The word supreme has no longer has any meaning in the United States. We've given up on supreme. We gave it to the white supremacists. White supremacists, without fail, are the least supreme-looking white people you will ever see. There's always some big fat guy, sleeves ripped off his shirt, right? Just sitting there, we the master race. I'm like, oh yeah, good luck with that one, Bubba. Yeah, you looking mighty supreme right there. Right? Or else they wear the camouflage from head to toe they got on, and they got the bulletproof vest, but they so fat that it won't close. It's just like a bulletproof bra. They're like, we ready for the revolution. I'm like, well, I hope it ain't upstairs. Your fat ass might not make it upstairs. Huh? No, last year I was invited to be part of a documentary about the history of black comedy. It was called The Right to Offend. And I was honored to be a part of it. But the funniest thing to me was the generation gap, like the difference in technology between ages, right? The producers of all of this, the people working on it, were young people, you know. So they asked me about my start in comedy. My first job, I was a doorman at the Laugh Factory, and I would hang out hoping to get spots on stage if comics didn't show up. You know, if Damon Wayans' car broke down, I got to do 5 minutes, you know, shit like that. So they're like, wow, do you have video? And I was like, no. Because, see, they grew up in an age where everyone has a phone, everyone has a video camera. They don't understand, man. In the early 90s, they didn't set up a video camera in the lobby saying, you know, one day the doorman might make it, right? We don't have video of every moment, but that's good and bad, right? Because we miss some good shit, but we ain't in trouble over dumb shit, right? Right, my man, right? We ain't got a bunch of dick pics floating around. Guy be going down now over dick pics. You have no dick pics in the 80s. You know how hard you had to work to get a dick pic in the 80s? First of all, you had to get an Instamatic camera, right? Then you had to hold it far enough away so the flash cube wouldn't burn your shit, right? Right, because those flash cubes would get hot, they would melt. Then you had to take your film down to the photomat. You had to hope that guy was cool. Right? Because you trusted the photomat guy. Now you gave him a roll of 24, he gave you back 19. You're like, this is bullshit. He stole 5 pictures of my dick. And you can't say nothing and he can't say nothing. You both have to act like you don't know he got 5 pictures of your dick. And there was no internet. He stole those for personal use. I'm Alonzo Bodden. Thanks for laughing. Thank you, guys.
One more time for Alonzo Bodden. Oh my goodness, so funny. So just as I told everyone, we are now going to have a comedy roundtable. So let's bring out to the stage, give it up for Darius Bennett, Janae Burris, Calvin Evans, and Alonzo Bodden. Oh yeah, The View. Remix. Okay, hold on, because my Weight Watchers ain't got me to the point where I can do this by myself yet. Okay, y'all, all right, I'm comfortable. So I just want to say it's so amazing watching all of you work. And I want to know, has there been a difference, an experience, or do you draw differently when you're working in front of a predominantly black crowd or a mainstream crowd? Is there a difference for you? Is there a difference in how you prepare or, you know, how you're received?
I think when I have like a predominantly black audience, it's just like you talking to family. Mm-hmm. So it's like certain things I can say or like nuanced things where it's just like you can get extra laughs out. Yeah, so that's the only difference for me.
Yeah. How about you, Darius?
When I do predominantly black rooms, I have less of a censor, and I'm more of myself to where I feel like they could relate to the stories more so. If I do a mainstream room, I'll have more of a censor. I'll still be myself, but I'll have to pick certain topics I feel like they definitely can relate to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alonzo, is there a difference for you? Because
Well,
you've traveled
First
everywhere.
of all, it's very funny how you put that. You said black rooms versus mainstream rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And if you work in a white room, they'll say white room or urban room. Like there's always the code word for the other, right? So I came up working mainstream rooms. So early on, black rooms were harder for me because I wasn't as accepted. You know, it took a while to be accepted in black rooms, and it was the black comics, the old pros when I started, who told me to keep doing what I was doing because that's where I'm from. You know, because I grew up, I was bused to white schools. I mean, my whole life has been interracial going back and forth, and they were like, that's who you are, so do that.
So as comedians, do you all feel like there are any topics, because you are African Americans, that you stay away from, or do you feel like it's fair game for you and your sets and, you know, what topics you choose to present? I'll start with you.
I called racist one time by I was talking about raising this is so I don't know. I used to have these jokes about raising white children because I was nannying white children. Now I got my own white child. But I was talking about raising white children so that we could have another black president. And this lady like left the show, complained to the club, wrote about me on Yelp, and called me racist and stuff. And I was like, I felt very seen though. I was like, okay,
Yes.
that's fine. That works for me.
Yeah.
I didn't stop telling that joke. It was like, okay. It's not going to make me not tell that joke because she felt hurt by it or whatever. It's just like, I'm going to tell my jokes and people are going to receive them however they're going to receive them. I can't censor myself based on that.
Absolutely, absolutely. How about you? Anything you have off limits, Calvin?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I believe that as a comedian, I can't say anything for no reason. It has to be funny. It has to be thought out. But I never say anything for no reason, just for a cheap laugh. That's when I feel like you have to be responsible for that.
So, audience, you guys are amazing. You have some questions right here. I saw a hand. Okay, all the way in the back. All the way in the back.
I'd like to know if the young lady from Denver plans to put her
Wait a minute. What
That's my
a
mom.
field?
That's my mom. First of all, I know why you call me that young lady. You know me. That young lady. Obviously, he can't survive in the field, right?
Yeah.
He's very fair skinned. But you mean, will he do comedy? Nobody put me here. He will go where he's led. Hopefully, he'll find something that can earn money. I'm hoping for an engineer or a doctor, just like every other parent in here. But I will support him if he's in the arts, just like my family supports me in the arts. I appreciate it.
Well, that is awesome. And speaking of families and moms, how are you guys? Your families relate to your profession as a comedian. Have you had any hiccups, or do you find it difficult being a comedian in your family? They take you seriously?
Well, I'll go first. My parents had passed, but my mom and dad, they loved it. My mom's favorite thing was when someone at her church saw me on TV.
Yeah.
That was like her bragging rights for that, for that Sunday. But yeah, my family was supportive. They my brother and sister, nieces, nephews, they all love it.
Oh, awesome. What about you, Calvin? You had the support?
Yeah, my parents were super, super supportive, but I don't think nobody respects you until other people respect you. Mm-hmm. Like once you like you said, you're on TV and people see you now, it's like, oh yeah, that's my brother, that's my cousin. But before then, it's just like, yeah, you just who you are.
Right.
My family's really supportive because they're all here.
Yeah, it's
really
like 100 of them.
But they all think they're funnier than me, so that's the problematic part. But none of them are up here. So.
Hilarious.
Still got that.
My family's very supportive of my comedy career, though in the beginning, my mother was not a fan. She was like, you gotta get a job. You gotta make some money. She wanted me to be in the medical field, be a doctor, be a nurse, be something. But a comedian, she was like, she on board now.
You think she would have been cool if you was like a rapper?
No.
You could have just rapped. You from Detroit.
Yeah, you from Detroit. He got all the talents. We got a question right here in the front.
You said about my acting? Did my acting go so poorly that it led me to comedy? Ain't that cold? That's my aunt.
I'm about to
That's cold. Ain't that about nothing? Wow.
Very, very supportive.
Your family really supports you, don't
So
they?
supportive. Thank you. No, my acting is going just fine. It's too skilled.
So how long before you fall into rap?
I'm also from a hood, so I probably could rap. But the comedy and I'm actually, a lot of the roles I get in theater are because I'm a comedian. So they work with each other. So I'm doing fine. Thank you.
I feel like your family about to ask a personal question soon. Like,
so are you ever going to pay me back? No.
Any more questions from the audience? I didn't see over here. Oh, right in the middle.
As women, do you feel that you guys face challenges in the industry?
Yes. Yes.
But don't say it to a dude because they'll never understand.
Yes.
I've definitely tried to talk to male comedians and be like, oh, this is happening to me. And they're like, work harder.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you an example of just one of the things that, is a pet peeve of mine of being, in a male-dominant industry is a lot of times when old school comedians introduce you, instead of introducing you as a comedian, they introduce you as a woman. And that is
the next comedian.
This next lady,
very funny lady.
Yeah, it's like, wait, what? Why? It's hard to get the respect of and you can just be a headliner, you can just be killing. It's always like this separation of let me just remind you you're a woman. You know what I mean? Instead of that. So yeah, for me, that's one of my pet peeves of, this. But, I think every woman in any male dominant, genre or, area probably experiences.
What we need is for other women, for women who love comedy, is to buy tickets to see women, to ask the comedy clubs, to ask the owners and the producers to please book female headliners, because they get jobs when they sell tickets. So if you say, I'm a fan of this woman, then this comedy club owner will say, okay, we'll bring her in. So we still need the support of the audience. Whether we're funny or not, I think there should be room for trash women too.
Yeah.
Just like there's plenty of trash dudes. But, the audience has to ask for women and go support them, buy their albums, go to their shows and stuff.
Absolutely. Great question. Any other questions in the audience? Any thoughts? Oh, right over here.
Success to you. How do you know what you're successful?
Okay, the question is to everyone, right? To define what is success to you. How do you define when you are successful? You want to start with Alonzo?
That's a great question. I will never feel I'm successful. There's always another level. And a friend of mine who runs a comedy club, who obviously deals with comics. And by the way, comics are very broken people, very depressed. And if you're around a bunch of comics, you're like, oh my God, life is horrible. That's, No, but he said, he made a good point. He said the problem is you're always looking up, right? So we're always looking up at the, Dave Chappelle's or Kevin Hart or this or that. And he said, and you never look over your shoulder and look back and see how many people wish they were where you were. And that was a good way to put it in perspective. And then he said, next time you go to your high school reunion, ask them how many of them have been on the Tonight Show, and you'll feel a little better about yourself. And that worked for minutes.
Minutes. Minutes. How about you, Calvin?
I think I feel successful now. Like I live very comfortably. Like if I want to do something, I want to go somewhere, comedy affords me to be able to do that. So to me, success is being able to live the life I want. I'm happy and I'm on my own time.
Yeah, that's my definition too. Oh, absolutely. I feel like I'm successful already, that I have made it because I wake up and do what I love doing every day. And I think if you've been a person who woke up to go and do something you didn't want to do, to me, that is when it's not successful. And, when I don't look at money or status, because none of that is stable. It's not, it's fleeting. It can leave. Somebody don't like what you said. Somebody dig up an old video. Somebody and it's gone. You're not the it girl or the it thing. So I've learned a long time ago not to define myself by how the industry accolades and Oscar, a Emmy, or this, a Grammy, but to define it by my own standards. And then if every day I wake up and say, is this where you want to be? Is there somewhere else you'd rather be? And the answer is no, then I'm successful. Yeah. Amen. Thank you.
No, I don't have Alonzo or Calvin money right now. But I still feel successful, because I stopped working at my regular day job. I stopped making sandwiches. I stopped doing substitute teaching. I stopped doing all those side gigs. And when I was able to just be a performer every day, all the time, I was able to say yes to some shows and no to shows that I don't want to do, then I've been feeling successful for years now.
Yeah.
Financially successful will come eventually, I'm sure.
Anytime I can wake up and do what I love, I feel successful. But mainly, it's to me, success is when you are able to provide for your family, no matter what you do. And I feel very successful if I'm able to provide, whether it's financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, be able to provide some type of something beneficial to my family. I feel successful.
That's awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please give a rousing applause to Alonzo Bodden, Calvin Evans, Janae Burris, and Darius Bennett.
Angel Gaines. Don't forget Angel Gaines. Angel Gaines.
Angel Gaines.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with us. This has been Of the Comics, my African American experience. Let's all take a bow, champions. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much. Have a good night, y'all.